A police-involved shooting is under review by the Alabama Bureau of Investigation.
Wet weather is back on the way to East Alabama, and it could bring significant rainfall. We will have the complete 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama coming up. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Mobile News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham. Roanoke police say a traffic stop Saturday night led to an exchange of gunfire between a suspect and one of his officers. According to a news release from the department, a Roanoke police officer initiated a traffic stop at the intersection of Highway 22 West and North Main Street around 10:30 Saturday night. The officer made contact with the driver, identified as 48-year-old Joshua Huddleston. During the traffic stop, the officer had probable cause to ask Huddleston to get out of the vehicle. Once out of the vehicle, Huddleston began displaying erratic behavior. The officer conducted a pat-down search and found a handgun. After retrieving that gun, Huddleston pushed away from the officer and pulled out a second handgun and fired several shots at the officer while fleeing. The officer returned fire. Huddleston was later located inside an abandoned house near the scene with a gunshot wound to his torso. He was airlifted to Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta. There were no officers or citizens injured in the incident. Because it was an officer-involved shooting, this incident has been turned over to the Alabama State Bureau of Investigation. Surrounding agencies that assisted in the search were Randolph and Chambers County Sheriff's Offices, Wedowee, Wadley, Lynette, Oxford, Noonan, and LaGrange Police Departments. The Pell City Police are investigating an attempted ATM burglary at the Metro Bank early Sunday morning. A Pell City police officer on routine patrol saw suspicious activity at the bank and interrupted the crime in progress. The suspects fled the scene before obtaining any money from the ATM. Evidence, including a vehicle and other items believed to be connected to the suspects, was recovered at the scene. Detectives are actively working to identify those involved through surveillance footage, technology resources, and physical evidence collected during the investigation. Jacksonville police have arrested a second suspect in connection with a burglary at Edwards grocery store and a high-speed chase that followed it in late March. Jacksonville Police Chief Marcus Wood identifies the suspect as 27-year-old Antonio Miguel Hooper of Bessemer. He's charged with third-degree burglary, and his bond has been set at $10,000. This arrest follows the earlier capture of another suspect tied to that incident. That suspect has been identified as 24-year-old Marcus Dwayne Evans, also of Bessemer. Wood says the second arrest is an important step in the case, which is still under investigation. He added that his department continues to work closely with its law enforcement partners as this investigation proceeds. A major military milestone was celebrated this weekend. That story and more when we return.
Spring into freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite.
I'm Mary Beth from CARES Direct Primary Care. Do you want convenient 24/7 access to health care? We're available in person, by text, phone, and video visit. Sooner or later, we all get sick. A quick trip to an ER or urgent care can quickly add up to more than the cost of one year's membership of direct primary care. If you have a high deductible, you can quickly burn through that before your insurance activates. Join CARES DPC today.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Metal Buildings, custom metal buildings built right here in Anniston.
As America prepares for its 250th anniversary in a couple of weeks, another historic birthday in the nation's history was marked this weekend. Sunday was the 251st anniversary of the founding of the U.S. Army, and the Anniston Army Depot joined with worldwide celebrations for this event. The depot is Calhoun County's largest employer, and it has served as a major resource for the nation's military for more than 85 years. A part of the Army's history is kept at the depot, where the Museum Support Center Anniston is located. And while it contains collections and displays of military artifacts from previous decades, it also has a unique piece of Army history that officials say is active and inspiring. According to a news release from the depot, one of the curators at the museum has created a replica of a Women's Army Corps uniform from the mid-20th century, and she wears it at special events. Crystal Sanchez was updating a display case of training outfits worn by WACs when Depot Chief of Staff Philip Truitt suggested that she wear one of them in a 5K run on the base. Sanchez said that she loved the idea but knew that she could not run in any of those decade-old uniforms that were part of the Army artifact collection because they were just too delicate. So she decided to make a replica, even though she didn't know how to sew. With much help from her mother, who does know how to sew, she made a copy of the WAC exercise suit that was issued from 1943 until around 1950. The outfit made its debut a couple of years back at the depot's Making Tracks 5K, where it drew a lot of attention. Sanchez was asked to share information about her uniform with the crowd before the race began. She says many people have shared with her the stories of their family members who served during the time those uniforms were in use. For this year's Depot 5K, she made a replica of a WAC three-piece exercise suit that was issued from 1951 until 1971. Sanchez said that these outfits opened the door to conversations about military history, those who served, and the importance of remembering everyday stories alongside those of major battles and other historic events. Sanchez explained that the project with the WAC exercise suits is a way to combine her passions for running and history. She says they're a way of connecting different generations to the enduring spirit of the WACs, who were once headquartered at nearby Fort McClellan. When we come back, cyber tip leads to child exploitation arrests.
For 50 years, Waldrop Metal Buildings has proudly delivered American-made metal buildings, barns, and carports across the Southeast. Now we're celebrating by giving back all year long with monthly giveaways as a thank you to our customers. Visit our Facebook page to enter and be part of the celebration. Waldrop Metal Buildings, real, American-made steel.
Life doesn't stop for car service, and now it doesn't have to with the Ford Mobile Service Van from Buster Miles Ford. Our certified technicians come to you for oil changes, brake service, tire rotations, battery tests, and more. It's the same trusted service now delivered right to your driveway. Schedule your Ford Mobile service today at bustermilesford.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit us at any one of our 5 locations in Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln.
A Sylacauga man was arrested last month on charges of possessing child pornography. The Anniston Star reports that 40-year-old Matthew Allen Teague was arrested May 21st and releasing a $7,500 bond. The newspaper story says officials received a cyber tip about Teague, which led to a search warrant being served. Teague's cell phone was found to contain sexually explicit images of children, according to the newspaper report. Well, the dog days of summer are fast approaching, and pet owners need to be making plans to keep their animals cool and safe while the temperature is rising. Cherokee County Sheriff Jeff Shaver has some tips on how to keep your pets healthy and comfortable this summer. First, always provide your animals with shade, shelter, and fresh water. Next, watch for signs of heat exhaustion. Remember that hot pavement can burn paws. Keep pets away from standing water because drinking stagnant water could make them sick. Use caution with weed killers and bug sprays, and never ever leave pets in a parked vehicle where heat can quickly become a killer. So how hot will it be this week? John Holder's in the EAN Weather Center with our local forecast.
Mike, we are going to see temperatures below normal for the next several days, but they're going to heat up, and we're going to bring a lot of rainfall back to East Alabama. We'll break down the forecast next.
This spring and summer, get it done right with Oxford Lumber, your hometown partner for projects big or small. From refreshing your garden to upgrading your outdoor space, we've got everything you need. Check out our full garden center and gear up on our Stihl showroom, chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, and more. Ready to grill? We've got Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone to fire up the fun. Since 1985, Oxford Lumber has been built on tradition and focused on you. Visit us today at any of our 5 locations: Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln. Oxford Lumber, where you're treated like family.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
Lots of clouds today across East Alabama. Here's the EAN weather cam on Quintard Avenue in Anniston. With those clouds, not much sunshine. Temperatures actually below normal today across East Alabama. Here in the EAN Weather Center, typically we're at 88 degrees here in the middle of June. Today only 82 for the high. The morning low this morning was 71. Our average about 67 degrees. We've got clouds continuing tonight across East Alabama, mostly cloudy skies, and way after midnight, early in the morning, a 30% chance of rain. The low tonight at 65 degrees. Rainfall makes its way back into East Alabama with full force tomorrow. We'll have rain as early as mid-morning tomorrow, 68 degrees at 9 a.m. Rainfall, maybe a rumble of thunder at lunchtime tomorrow at 72. Temperatures way below the average with all of the rainfall and the cloud cover tomorrow. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, only 76 degrees and a good chance of rain all across the region. Here's the 7-day forecast, and folks, we could see many days of rain coming up with some heavy rain possible by late in the work week. An 80% chance of rain tomorrow, 50-50 chance of rain on Wednesday, mainly with the heating of the day, showers and thunderstorms, and then really widespread rainfall on Thursday and Friday. We could be looking at 2 to 5 inches of rainfall in this Wednesday through Friday time frame. Highs will be below average in the low 80s, nighttime lows in the low 70s. But again, as we say, the Gulf of America is going to be open. We're going to see an onshore flow of a lot of moisture, and that's going to create a lot of rainfall, especially Thursday and Friday across East Alabama. The pattern flips a little bit for the weekend as we head into Father's Day weekend. Only a 20% chance of a shower Saturday, only a 40% chance of showers on Sunday for Father's Day. Highs will be back in the mid to upper 80s, and then another good chance of rain in about a week by next Monday. Basically highs in the 80s, nighttime lows in the 60s and the 70s. Yesterday, we had some rainfall all across the state. Here in East Alabama, the rainfall amounts were light. Everyone in East Alabama received rainfall yesterday. Look at this map here. Everybody's seeing rainfall here in the eastern side of the state. However, the rainfall amounts were very, very light, less than 1/4 of an inch in most locations. This is going to change. Again, we expect to see widespread several inches of rainfall coming, especially Thursday and Friday, all across East Alabama. I'll be back here tomorrow morning with your Tuesday weather at a glance. Coming up after the break, Mike will be back with more EAN local news.
McClellan Sports and Outdoors, locally owned and operated since 2008. We offer embroidery, sublimation, and screen printing, and we stock a large selection of team equipment. We have a large showroom with tons of gear and shoes to get you and your family ready for your next activity. Adidas, Under Armour, Maui Jim, Evo Shield, Wilson, and more. We are located in the heart of Calhoun County, here to serve our region with all your athletic needs.
Thanks for watching East Alabama Now Local News. We appreciate all your support. Please like and subscribe to see more local news for your area. We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.